Ni hao ma, everybody. Today I want to do a full walk around of my 2022 Subaru BRZ. Now that it's pretty much done, I'd like to do an in-depth mod list for you guys. So hope you enjoy. Alright, so there's a lot to cover. Thankfully, we have a bunch of sponsor stickers to help us keep organized. Starting with exterior modifications, as you can see, obviously we have a body kit. We're running the Artisan Spirits Black Label GT wide body kit. We don't have the entire wide body kit, only the front wide fender replacement, fender blade extension piece, front bumper cover piece, front lip, no side skirts. I opted to go without the side skirts. Wide rear flare extension piece, and no diffuser from Artisan Spirits. Instead, we went with a custom carbon fiber diffuser that I'll talk about a little bit more later. But yeah, this is a fiberglass wide body kit, 30 millimeters wider up front and 50 millimeters wider in the rear. And my favorite part about this kit is we ended up reverse mounting all the hardware, so it is completely clean. You don't see any hardware exposed. Shout out to Project Dream. Mark and Teddy killed it. They did an amazing job fitting the kit. They even let us work on the car, taught us a couple things, and I'm super happy. It's very, very clean. The only downside about reverse mounting your body kit is if you want to remove it, you're gonna have to go inside the car to remove it. But yeah, it's very unique, different, definitely super clean. All right, well, we're back here. As you can see, we are running this giant wang from Battle Arrow. This is their 66-inch Swan neck carbon fiber wing. Honestly, this was not the first choice. I wanted their 72-inch wing, which is obviously a little bit wider, but I think it's plenty wide, the one I got at least. The only difference, if I got the wider version, the wing would extend a little bit more out and match with the rear flares. But honestly, this is a pretty big wing. I don't think I need to go any bigger. And what's cool about this wing, the support brace underneath the trunk to keep everything rigid is super well designed. There's a bunch of contact points to make sure the trunk does not crumble under the downforce of this massive wing. What do you guys think? Are you guys team big wang or no wing? I used to be team duckbill, but I think with this car at least, the wing definitely suits the aggressive look. All right, moving down below the rear diffuser, which I was talking about earlier. This is actually a Sabon rear diffuser. When I went wide body, obviously the rear diffuser was not compatible with this rear fender extension piece. However, I wanted to somehow keep it, and the boys at PD figured out a great solution. So essentially, they slashed the edges of the rear diffuser on each side, and with the help of Aerolux, they provided some carbon. The boys basically created a custom carbon plate to sandwich in between the cut diffuser and the extension piece on the wide body. So now we have something custom, basically. And I'm glad I was able to keep the rear diffuser, because I wasn't a fan of the Artisan Spirits diffuser. Looks really nice. All right, and the exhaust that I'm running is the AWE Touring Catback exhaust. This is honestly one of my favorite exhausts for this car. It's loud, it doesn't drone, and it cracks and pops a lot. Even on stock tune, I was surprised at how much it crackled and popped at downshift. Pretty much every single downshift, it's gonna pop. Obviously, with the new tune, after boosting the car, we have even more burbles. They even have a track edition, which is much louder, but I don't recommend getting that one because the drone is worse. The touring edition is plenty loud. and you don't get drone. Okay, last thing in the back. These are the Alpha X JDM taillights. These are super sick. I got the red lens as well as the matching center trunk bar. It all lights up together. There's a really cool startup animation, and the turn signals are sequential. This really ties the Gundam look that we're going for. All right, moving forward. Over here we have the Arc Performance Legato carbon fiber vented hood. This is a super aggressive hood. I think it's one of the most aggressive ones that I've seen on the market. There's just a ton of vents. Shout out to Arc Performance, they're one of the sponsors of this build. And then moving down here, we are also running the Alpha X JDM Nova Series headlights. These also have a really cool startup animation when you turn the car on. The turn signals are also sequential, and they're super bright. They kind of remind me of the A90 Supra headlights. And then some smaller details here. We have the Swan carbon fog light bezel deletes. All right, let's talk about wheels, suspension, and brakes. These are the Ray's TE37 SL Black Editions, basically the final edition of the TE37 SL. So these are super light. I believe the color is diamond black. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, it's such a beautiful wheel. The tires we're running are the Nexen and Farah Sport Rs. I haven't fully tested these on the track, obviously, because we just finished the car, but I'm hoping these are super grippy. They look very beefy and aggressive. And the brakes we're running is the APG Performance Big Brake Kit. We have the anodized red with the slotted rotors. So this is 6 pot in the front, 4 in the rear. Let me show you guys the rear. So this is a 18 by 10.5 in the rear. The front is a 18 by 10. So pretty beefy setup. Looks great. All right, suspension. We are a long-time supporter of our friends at RSR. I've ran their coilovers on pretty much all my cars. The Civic Type R, Jane's Supra, and now the BRZ. We are running the Sports Eyes. We also have the RSR rear control arms and the front camber adjustment mounts. Fully dialed in, we're at -3 camber all around to avoid any type of rubbing. So huge shout out to RSR. The Harp Supercharger that we're running, I'll pop the hood in a bit to show you guys. CSG spec, shout out to them, they provided the brake pads. Beatsonic, we're running their amp on the car. The stock audio system in this car is pretty trash. Ever since we put the Beatsonic amp, the audio sounds so much better. All right, and the most obvious thing, the wrap and the livery. So the car is actually gray originally. We wrapped the car red not too long after buying it, and now it's wrapped in Avery satin white. Our good pals at Oni Wraps did the entire wrap and livery. The livery was designed by Livery Magic. Basically, I wanted to do a Gundam unicorn inspired livery. Shout out to Livery Magic. He also did my Civic Type R. We did the red frame livery. This time I wanted to do like the entire car, like a Gundam. Yeah. And the wrap on top, this color is called Lark Pink. It's a special limited edition color from Nazatech. It's actually from the extra roll of my brother's wrap. So I asked him if I could borrow it. Initially, I wanted to do like a reflective wrap to kind of look more like Gundam Unicorn, but that honestly sounded really expensive and almost impossible to do. So I think the Lark Pink ends up working out. It's pretty bright during the day. It's like a highlighter pink. It looks red most of the time. And obviously we have the Underglow. Super awesome. We got the Lark Pink design, the black accents, and then we have the chrome red on all the sponsor logos. Yeah, if you guys need anything PPF, tint, or wrap related, Oni Wraps is the place to go. All right, I guess we can pop the hood. All right, here comes the best part of the mod list. Over here we have the Harp Supercharger. We're pushing about 300 horsepower to the wheel on pump gas. I think that's plenty power, honestly. I think we can squeeze like 350 if we do a smaller pulley and some flex fuel. But right now, 300, plenty power for this car. It's lightweight already. And the reason I went Supercharger is because of reliability and the fact that this kit is carb legal as well. This is one of my favorite mods. It definitely transformed the car. Linear power, exactly how you would want this car to feel. Plus the Supercharger whine, it sounds pretty good.
No, it's loud.
Then we got a bunch of carbon fiber engine bay stuff. Shout out to Kevin at Driven Media. That's my boy. Got a lot of carbon fiber. This is dry carbon to match with the dry carbon intake box. And then we also have the dry carbon fuse box cover. And there's my low glow controller. And we also have the engine bay caps from Billetworks. They're another sponsor of the build. We have all the engine bay caps, even the dipstick, and it's in wrinkle red to match the Supercharger manifold. I want to talk a little bit more about the Underglow. This is from a company called Low Glow. It's one of the best Underglow companies, in my opinion. They seem very durable, and yeah, I mean, just look how bright they are. There's a bunch of different animations and colors that you can choose from. Install's pretty easy as well. The best part is they'll spec out the strips exactly to your car. So it's not a universal fit, which is great because then you can basically get as long as you need of a strip. It's not too short and not too long. All right, let's finish off with interior. We have a bunch of stuff from Driven Media. All right, it's getting dark, so I'm gonna have to use a light. Over here we have the JQ Works quick release steering wheel hub. Not only is it quick release, but it retains all the factory steering wheel buttons. They've even added a track function right there. It retains the horn, obviously. We have the function buttons, cruise control, all that good stuff, volume knob. Literally every single function is retained. And then the wheel we have is the D&D Performance Touring Wheel. All right, and then we got the Recaro pole position bucket seat. And then back here we got the Forged Finesse rear seat delete. Shout out to Kevin for sending me this. I have the gloss carbon with the red net. However, you can custom spec these out however you want. There's matte carbon, black aluminum. The net color you can change to whatever you want. And then of course, we have a bunch of carbon fiber Driven Media stuff here and there. We have a racing shifter. And then we got the Driven Media wide angle blue rear mirror. Oh yeah, and this guy over here. This is called Genji. You can get it at incomplete.gl. It's like a little driving companion. Let me turn it on. All right, and one of the last things I installed in the interior is the Low Glow ambient lighting kit. Let's wait for the startup sequence. Sheesh. And then it turns into your default color. We set it to the red with white pulse. Whew. Man, I am so happy we finished the car. This was like a 7-month process from the build and filming. Yeah, like it took about 7 months. Super worth it. I'm glad I documented everything. If you guys want to check out any episodes that you might have missed, I'm gonna link the playlist below. You can also check my channel. Ever since I saw the render that we created, I wasn't entirely sure if we could pull it off, and seeing it all done It just blows my mind how exact it looks from the render. It is wild, man. I've always wanted to do Gundam Unicorn. All right, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the walk around and mod list. I'm excited to resume the WRX videos now that this car is pretty much done. It's not 100% done. Nothing ever is 100% done on this channel. I'm still probably gonna be doing a lot of stuff to this car, but WRX content will resume, so I hope you guys are ready for that. Plus, we got some new merch. We got the Spam Subi BRZ limited edition t-shirt. Got the front design, there's a back design. It has the Spam Subi woven tag. It's a heavyweight, oversized fit, so I think you guys will like it. Also, we got some new stickers. This here is the Uwu Unicorn holographic peaker. If you guys could support the merch at spamsubi.com, it would mean the world to me. Also, I've been filming this entire build process cinematically for a film to celebrate the completion of this car. If you guys missed any of my cinematic movies, I think you guys will really enjoy this one. It's on my channel. I just released it last week, so please check it out. I'll throw some clips at the end of this video. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.